This opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The first carry now. This is Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Extra receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now a 2nd and 2. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Purdy. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Purdy. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Buccaneers.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And that's going to be incomplete. You look at this Niner defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Purdy looking to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Throwing here, Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up. The big fella. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return from a 49er touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Moody good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Up the middle, it's Williams.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Let's go now. Ready?
Here's Lance. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Ready?
Lance looking to throw it. He'll get this out wide here to McCarthy. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play. The Niners at 10-4 on the year. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
69.
The Lance going to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets him on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
A good-looking return set up here.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. And that one results in 35 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27.
To throw, it's Lance.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Got to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
Lance looks to throw again. And that one too wide and incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now Lance. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick.
And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Jake Ferguson.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point try now for Moody.
And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Well, they've got it 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Here's Purdy.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now a 3rd and 6. Purdy now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now Purdy.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Back to throw. Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Purdy from the gun. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that, that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
At the 9-yard line.
Now Lance wants to change him up.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Well, Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Jamel Dean.
And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
to throw now on first down.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And fights through one man. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Purdy.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Williams.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
And just shutting him off there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both. And that's caught inside the 30. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Deebo Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers are once again back in front. Moody good with the extra point.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Purdy bootlegging it.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
After the sack on first down, Purdy flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Back to throw. Purdy. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10.
Hawk 70. Ready.
Throwing now is Lance. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now a second and 10.
Let's go now. 19 tight. Hut.
And Lance now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
60 Bobcat. Ready.
From the gun, it's Lance. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Yeah, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Now Lance looking to change it up.
Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
3rd and 4. Shotgun now with Purdy.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Set. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready, ready.
A final shot before half for Lance.
And his throw here's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
17.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Let's go now.
They begin the drive with Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
They go play action here. Purdy. That is caught. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 28. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Purdy will look to throw again here. That's completed right side to Palmer. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Purdy off the play fake. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Trap 60, trap 60. Dragon 60.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
On the double. Here we go, shot.
Lance looking to throw it. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And Lance, he's going to change the play.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Purdy looking to throw. That one completes Allegiant.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 2. And now an audible here into something else.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Oh, what a move. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
154 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Escaping the pressure right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
2nd time in this game, Charles. The ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
On 3rd and short to give to the tight end. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Purdy on a sneak.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Brock Purdy.
Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McLaughlin now to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Here's Lance. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Let's go. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
This is taken at the 23.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Here we go. Set.
Purdy now to throw. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
18 guard, 18, come, let's go now.
Purdy. Open man, it's Palmer.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh? Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Go.
Here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Give them 22 there on the third down conversion. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Palmer going to go in motion left. Now Purdy. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was right for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Throwing now is Lance.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Palmer going to go in motion left.
Throwing again on 2nd down.
Purdy, screen play set up for Williams.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Purdy. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Got a man. That's Liggett.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
This offense in good shape. 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
They come up now on 2nd and 2. Here's Purdy to throw.
Over the middle, it's complete.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 1st down. Purdy to throw. That's caught right side by Palmer.
Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half.
To throw is Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Purdy to throw. Got a man. That's Liggett.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Throwing, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Purdy. And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition. Work in the middle of the field. Fortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Ball at the 18-yard line. Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Well, the faithful in full roar here in Santa Clara. This is 3rd down.
They'll hand it off now, Williams. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we can only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for San Francisco, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.